I'm going to solve this first. Yeah, Peter. Sure. Okay. In this case, that would mean add 3 and divide by 5. Don't forget that 5 that's right there. 5, 3w plus 2 is greater than 10. 3w plus 2, absolute value is greater than 2. Okay, how do you break down an absolute value greater than? Remember that we did the absolute value less than last time, and that was a 3-part inequality. What do you do with these? Connor? Okay. You got the other half. What's the first half of that? Basically like this, right? 3w plus 2 is greater than 2, or 3w plus 2 is less than negative 2. You solve them both. So here's 3w plus 2 is greater than 2, or 3w plus 2 is less than negative 2. Right, at that point, there's no more absolute value. Solve them. So subtract 2. 3w is greater than 0. W is greater than 0. Subtract 2. 3w is less than negative 4. W is less than negative 4/3. And it says to graph. So here's the graph. So if W is greater than 0, open circle on W and shade to the right. Okay? If it's greater than, that means on the number line, greater means to the right. So shade it this way. And W is less than negative 4/3. Okay, that's in between negative 1 and negative 2, about right there. So I'm going to make open circle and shaded which side? To the left. Remember, when these are solved with the variable on the left, then the sign is like pointing you the direction of the shading. So W greater than 0, go that way. W less than negative 4/3, the arrow's pointing that way, shade that way. Now, if we did it in the calculator, remember how you can pull up that graph in the calculator? You need to know 2 things. You need to know, where is this first? We need to know where's the absolute value symbols. Math, num, or alpha, window. Right? So first we need the 5, right on y equals, right there. First we put the 5. Then we get the absolute value symbols. I'm going to do alpha, window, and it pulls it up as the first thing. Right, inside, let's put 3x plus 2. Arrow out of that. Why is that not out of that? All right, minus 3. And then where are we going to find the greater than symbol? Second math, right? The test menu. So go second, math, and pick out, we want the greater than, that's number 3, so hit number 3. And greater than 7. So you see we put that whole thing to the right of y1. Okay, now when I hit the graph, and we had a graph which started at 0 and went to the right. That looks pretty good, right? And then it started at negative 4/3 and went to the left. And it looks pretty good. You could zoom in on that and see whether it looks even better. Zoom in is 2, enter. So greater than 0, and that's about negative 4/3. The thing to understand, the absolute value greater than will always have this kind of shape. where there's a middle of the graph which is not covered and the ends are, right? So if you're doing multiple choice and it doesn't have the right shape, then it can't be the answer, right? The ends are covered, the middle is not. That's absolute value greater than. And if you just put it in the calculator, you should see pretty close, what that looks like. All right? I think there's one.